Hi, I'm CJ Eltenberg with Transwest Truck Trailer RV in Frederick, Colorado. So we've got a 2024 Logan coach. This is a Stockman Combo we have sitting behind us. This is a 24-footer, but it's got a unique front tack room on it that we're going to show you. But first, let's go ahead and take a look at the drawing. We'll show you how this trailer is actually laid out. So like I mentioned, 24 foot. This is standard width, 7'3", so a little bit extra wide compared to a lot of competitors. 7 foot tall. We've got a 5 foot front tack room on this one, so it ends up with 19 foot of stall space. So as we look at a Logan coach, very first thing, I'll just give you a little bit of information on it. Galvanized steel frame, aluminum body. So we have the strength of that steel. It's not going to rust like black steel will with it being galvanized. It lightens it up, gives it that aluminum look to the trailer when it's completed and how we see it right now. Now with that being said, you're going to have an 8-year structure warranty, a 2-year hardware warranty, and a lifetime corrosion warranty with you being the first owner of this trailer. So again, that's where that galvanized steel frame comes into play versus black steel. So a lot more longevity. We're not going to see the rust issues that you would on a steel trailer, but we have that strength. So if we're going to look at this, as you approach the trailer, you're going to start noticing, and this is incorporated it throughout. If we look here at the gooseneck actual hitch itself, you're going to notice this like bed liner. This is Vortex lining. So again, it's like a bed liner. It's really strong. It's really durable. They again incorporate it throughout the trailer. So I'll point that out because I'm a big fan of this stuff. It's really durable from the standpoint of at the SEMA show years ago, they took a cinder block. I mean, if you look at a cinder block wrong, you know, you fumble it, it hits the ground, it can break. So they put Vortex lining on it. They threw it off a 3-story building and it bounced. I've seen pop cans covered in Vortex lining and large men, like big steer wrestlers, try to actually crush it with their feet and they can't do it. That's how strong and durable this stuff is. So if we look underneath the neck, this one here we upgraded to the hydraulic jack. Now this one here, if you're running a long box truck, when you go to back up, because of the way this one's configured and set up, you know, you're going to want to put your tailgate up when you get underneath it. I will tell you, you will get into this with your long box tool gate down. So just be aware of that as you're hooking up this trailer. But boy, is it nice to be able to hit this button and up and down this goes. We've got the battery tray, 1 battery. So you have room for a second battery up here if you would like. And then we put a battery disconnect on ours. That's not standard with this setup, but we're big fans of it just because, you know, these trailers have a lot of lights on them. The last thing you want to do with this type of a setup is have something drain this battery down. So when I park this trailer, last thing I do is just turn this to the off position, walk away. I don't have to worry about that. So speaking of lights, underneath this gooseneck, you're going to have a light. So we can turn that guy on, get some light coverage back here. Our cab light on top of the truck itself is going to be blocked by the front end nose of this. So you're getting a little bit of light coverage, but not much. So it's nice to have that. You can turn that either way you want. But the actual switch is you can be standing outside your, you know, obviously trailer and pickup and just hit that switch right here and turn that on. So it's in a very convenient spot and it's nice to have that light coverage there. But if you look at that gooseneck drop wall there, you know, again, there's that Vortex lining. So this is where if you live down dirt roads, gravel roads, road blast will beat a front end of a trailer up. So I'm not going to say you'll never get a ding in there, but now our chances are drastically reduced by having that Vortex lining. You know, I mean, we can shoot rocks at a high velocity from a pickup, but again, that stuff is really durable, so it bounces off. So this is where this trailer gets really unique and really versatile from the standpoint of being able to actually use this trailer on both sides of the trailer as far as tacking up is concerned. As you can see, there's dual doors, so we can see right through the trailer. These are mirrored. So 4-tier swing out saddle rack, 4-tier blanket pull rack on the door, brush tray on the door as well. So same setup on the other side that we'll show you when we get over there. But if you want to adjust these, you can. It used to be a fixed location, but this is a new design that came out on some of these 24 models. So we can actually slide these pads up and down. You can remove them if you want. This swing out saddle rack mechanism can be taken out if you'd like. but if you just wanted to take these guys out, you could do that. Now, as you hop into the tack room, you're going to notice that we tapered this boot box to make this transition coming in and out of this tack room a little bit easier. But you'd still have the storage. This works as a great bench, great place to throw smaller items that move around. Also, if you need to hop up into the nose, you can do that. But it's nice to have that. But again, we tapered it just to have it, because this is a straight wall, so we don't have that one long wall to work with that we could kind of offset. So in this instance here, that's why we tapered it. So carpet on the deck, carpet on the drop wall, carpet on the floor. Windows in the nose. I'm a fan of windows in the nose because I think I've spent a couple nights in some of these trailers. I want to be able to see out, but I also want to create a cross breeze in those hotter months as well, which you can do with the actual windows. LED light up in the nose. Clothes bar right up here so we can hang some clothes, keeping them out of the maybe back seat of the pickup, giving you a little bit more room, keeping things nice and organized, especially if you're showing off of this trailer. For some reason you need to hop up and change. More LED lights, one above each door. And then on the partition wall, you're going to get a nice row of bridle hooks, carpet behind it protecting everything. And one of the last things with the standard model, which this is one when you're dealing with a Stockman Combo, is Logan's going to give you one of these tire changing ramps. So it's dang nice to have one of these. I carry one in my pickup. Instead of having to grab a bottle jack or something like that, it's pretty dang easy to throw that underneath if you need to change a tire or do something like that just to pull it up. So again, you know, you have this boot box sitting here. You could throw that in there with some other tools to change if you need to. But definitely a nice setup to work off of both sides of this trailer itself. You're going to have a light right above me here. See if I can figure out which switch it is. There we go. So you've got a switch right inside here. So you have that LED light coverage right here at the door itself. Again, really easy to swing that guy in. This one here is the charcoal color. White is standard. There's no additional upcharge if you change the colors except black. Whether it's the black kind of polish or the matte black that's available. Those are the only colors that are an upcharge unless we do some customization on some colors. Then that might come into play there. But if you go with the standard white or some of the popular options like the charcoal, the silver, the champagne, those there are going to be no additional upcharge there. I also have a grab handle as you go into this trailer, which is nice. I mean, this thing is 7.3 wide, so again, a little bit wider than standard trailers out there. So you'll have a little bit of running board, but it's nice to be able to grab that and hop in to that tack room. You've got an access gate here on the side. So if you need to hop into the stall area for any reason, you've got the capability to do that. And then you're going to notice in these air gaps, you got two air gaps. We went ahead and put the plexiglass in there. So at the back of the main portion, or like this gate, there's just a strip. An L strip there. You just remove the hardware, slide them out and put that back in there so you don't lose track of it. But it's really easy to move in and out. You just need a couple little tools, and simple as that. You've got your tie rings on the outside here. More could be added if you'd like. We just need to find an upright post. But you have 4 and 4 on each side of the trailer, so you have plenty of those. We went ahead and added a few more button lights to the top rail too. This is a nice trailer. You know, typically on this length, you know, really 2 to 3 is going to be standard. We went ahead and put a couple extras on there for you. And then another LED 8-inch awning light, kind of about center of the axles there for you. So again, you have lights around this trailer. You're going to be working off this trailer at some point in the dark. It's nice to have a little bit of light coverage, and you have it there. All right, axles. You have two 7,000-pound rubber torsion axles, electric brakes. So you'll need either an integrated brake controller on your truck or an aftermarket brake controller will need to be added to operate those. 16-inch wheels. We did the black with the silver accent. I think it works really well with this color combination of the champagne. You know, you have the darker frames around the windows, the plexiglass, and then the aluminum itself. On these, you're going to have 10-ply tires. What's really nice is they're using a vendor by the name of Lion's Head, who we're familiar with on our Cimarron side for a few years. They've recently made the change to them as well. You have a 1-year, no questions asked warranty on these tires. If you catch road debris, if you catch a nail that can't be patched or have a blowout, anything like that, owning it the first year, they'll replace that tire for free for you. So it's nice to have a little bit of extra coverage there as well. We'll talk about the rear gate here in a minute, but we'll jump into the stall area first. You're gonna have an 8-inch load light at the back. Once again, more load lights for you. And then we work into the stall area. You're gonna notice right off the bat on these side walls, upright posts, everything as far as that center gate goes as well, there's more of that Vortex lining. So again, I really like this stuff because again, the durability. But I also think it deadens a lot of the noise. We don't get as much echo in these trailers by having this. It's definitely fantastic, really easy to clean. But what you're gonna have is you're gonna have that incorporated all the way around. A couple LED lights over on that passenger side for you, 1 in each stall. So again, plenty of lights for you. You're gonna have a tie rail as well, because listen, if you're traveling in the summer or winter months and you've got your plexiglass in, well, I can't throw a lead rope around these upright posts. So if you notice, between the 2 air gaps, you have a tie rail. So you can tie anything up there. There's actually one on the passenger side as well, so you have them. They're at the same location as far as the height off the floor on both sides of the trailer, but that is definitely nice to have there. Okay, center gate. It's on a slam latch. There's a release right inside, and then there's a release on the outside of the trailer that I'll show you when we get to that side as well. But it's nice to have these slam latches just for safety purposes. You know, loading plenty of cows, plenty of bulls. It's nice to have slam latches just for the safety aspect of just go ahead and push it shut. I don't have to worry about holding it and getting a latch. Same thing on the back gate that I'll show you here in a minute. But if you look at the wheel wells, you're gonna have a little bit here on the inside, because it's 7.3 wide. Again, a lot of other manufacturers will say that they have 7 wide trailers. A lot of times if you put a tape to it, they'll measure between 6'9.5" to 6'10", somewhere right in there. But in this instance here, 7.3, you have that extra width. That's standard on these Logans, they're standard models. So it's nice to have an extra wide trailer for sure. And then you've got the aluminum roof on this one here. Again, 7 foot tall. So again, that's pretty much standard out there in the industry as far as height goes. But then the very last thing is this floor. You'll just notice it's not a rubber mat that you have to pull out. This floor is awesome. This is the best self-draining floor on the market, in my opinion. It's because of the steps that Logan's taken. So I'll show you here in a second, but there's aluminum planks that run the length of this trailer. They Vortex line it once again, and then they have the porous rubber on top. So the urine, that liquid hit this floor, work its way down, and out the trailer it goes. But by having the Vortex lining on those aluminum planks, aluminum and urine don't get along. It's corrosive. So by having that, the urine isn't making contact. So here's a good look. They've actually put a drawing of it right here on to show you. So here's these aluminum planks. Again, they run the length of the trailer. They put them on a little bit of a diagonal between the two. And I like that because obviously gravity will work and the liquid will hit these openings and down it'll go. But we don't have to worry about splashback coming up as well because of that angle. But again, it just works its way through the floor and out it goes. So you don't have to pull mats on this. You just muck out the solids, take your hydraulic jack, nose it up a little bit, hop through that escape door with your power washer and power wash it out. So very, very simple. All right, rear gate, told you we'd circle back around to that. Slam latch. You also have an additional cam that comes over to the side to latch it. So we have a couple locking points on this. You're also gonna have a slider on the rear. So if you need to butt up to an alleyway, butt up against another trailer, have something hop across, you've got that. One of the other things that you're gonna get is no air gaps back here. So this is just kind of a personal preference on how we like to build our trailers, because what happens if you ever pay attention to the back of a passenger vehicle truck, or these trailers, you live down a dirt road, you're gonna notice when you get to the back of them, there'll be a nasty film of just dust. Well, what happens at the back of, whether it's a trailer or a vehicle, air swirls behind it and it collects. So in this instance, if we had air gaps, it's gonna try to find those gaps to go in there. So now our animals are breathing dust, you know, potentially causing respiratory issues. So on this one here, we opted for none. Look, this isn't sealed tight by any means, so there still can be some in there, but we've reduced it by not having those larger gaps that you'd see on a lot of the standard options. They weld a couple hooks on each back post. So if you're needing to set up a portable corral, something like that, you've got some panels, you got a place to actually go ahead and connect them to there as well. There's that plexiglass. Like I said, here's that release. So they've cut a hole in these, so they're easy to release, whether it's the back gate or that center gate for you. And again, then there's a release on the inside of the trailer for that as well. So as we work forward to that tack room, same thing. 4-tier swing out saddle rack, 4-tier blanket pole rack on the door, and then a brush tray on the door itself as well. And then again, you have an LED light right up above this door as well. So you have switches at each entrance when you come into the tack room, which is awesome because look, if you need to hop in on one side, if the switches are on the other, then you got to get over to that side to get them opened up or get them turned on. So it's nice to have those located right there for you. Nice and convenient. And then again, these nice heavy duty doors, these are made at the factory doors. Kind of the giveaway is if they're square at the top, more than likely they're built at the factory. If they're rounded at the top, they're prefab, so they're really lightweight. So you have that added strength of that door with framework, you know, welded hinges on there as well. So nice and stout. And then obviously it's gonna have the same key on each side. I mean, we're only dealing with 2 doors that you can lock on this tack room, but they are key to like there. So I'm gonna give you the stock number on this one. Again, it's a 2024 Logan Coach Stockman Combo 24-footer. That stock number is 5N231656. We do take trade-ins, so if you're looking to upgrade, downsize, we can help you out there. Financing is available and delivery, so we could potentially bring this to your doorstep. So give us a call. Anybody on our sales team can help you out. That number is 303-684-3400. Thanks for tuning in. Have a good day.